Hello and welcome. Oh shit, hold on. Let me turn on my speakers. Hello. Thank you for joining me. Here we go. This is a tarot and astrology reading for general collective as of now, May 25th, 2022, 7:30 p.m. I hope everybody is doing well. I feel like I've been going through it, through a big shift, a big transformation. I don't know if this is here for everybody, but we're going to kind of dive into it right now. So, yeah. Here we go. I'm going to be pulling from two decks. The Light Seers Tarot and the Grand Lux Tarot. Look them up. They're good. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can share my screen for to show the transits. I don't know if I can. I'm still using Photo Booth to record this. But, yeah, anyway, I'll just tell you about them. Ever since I got this amethyst, my third eye intuition has been off the charts. Like, I just see things. Sometimes the matrix brings me down because I live in it. Selenite, great for the crown chakra. Sometimes the matrix brings me down, but I'm not going to get defeated. You know, we can't get defeated. You can't let the Agent Smiths bring you down. Sometimes it seems like the world is run by sociopaths that have no human emotion. Or they just don't feel feelings, right? Fuck, man. You know, I'm an empath. Cancer, Cancer, Sun, Pisces moon. I feel it. And just to throw this out there, I got yeah, Pluto and Scorpio, like my whole generation. All of us, we're here to change the world. We're here to bring light to the darkness, to make the taboo things okay. And if they're not okay, we have to understand them and change them. But I feel like this generation, like we've had a lot of things that nobody talks about that are like deep, that everybody kind of knows about, but we don't really talk about. You know, I think maybe some examples will come up soon, but I feel like everybody, you know, it's our generation's time to like talk about what's deep inside of us, you know? Because like really, Pluto and Scorpio, damn dude, like that's the world we're living through. Like, let's see. Yeah, I mean, Pluto and Scorpio in our second house. I mean, that rules like, Taurus rules the second house, so it's like value and worth, you know? So it's kind of like we're diving deep. We have to dive deep. We have to. It's our soul work to dive deep emotionally and find our value. Find and like remember that we're worthy. As an empath, or like deep feeling creatures, I feel like we've been, I'm not speaking for everybody, I'm speaking for the people that this resonates with, obviously. Take what you will. But we've so often felt like we don't belong in this world. It's like sometimes it's like you look around this world as an empath, like, damn, nobody else is feeling this. And this is so strong in me about how this world is functioning. Like, nobody else is fucking feeling this. It's our immediate environment. I mean, it's like we have to remember that our worth is there. You know, we are worthy, and we're able to feel what we feel. You know, there's something to that being in the second house. Anyway, let me pull up the transits again. Yeah, I mean, it's a good day. Like, I've had just like divine dispensations of grace come through in just ways I can't even describe. Like, spirit works in so many intricate ways in the psyche, and like then all of a sudden like one event will manifest, you know. But before that, it's just like you ask for it, you stay open to it, you channel it, and it comes. You just gotta reach spiritually for it. I was really down in the dumps today. I think the Agent Smiths were getting the better of me. But yeah, I mean, anyway, right now, Mercury in Taurus, I just feel like this is like we have to communicate what we value, you know, in the 8th house nonetheless, which is like, you know, our transformative place. We communicate what we truly value in the face of others who may not even be aware of what they value, or they value something completely contrary. What's jumping out at me here? 5 of Swords. We'll talk about that in a minute. But by us communicating that value, you know, we also have the North Node there. So like we're moving towards living our values as we speak it into existence. And it is going to put us through transformative feelings where we have to bring one world that we know spiritually and in our soul, and we have to bring that into the physical world that we're actually living now. These can't be two separate things anymore. And this is hard because they can feel very different, the worlds. But we have to use Mercury, the quick, swift power of the communicator divine planet closest to the sun, because it's the quickest. It goes right to the identity. It communicates. It transforms. It sends messages. We have to use that power. So I like Mercury. I like where Mercury's at right now. Uranus in Taurus, also in the 8th house, and North Node in Taurus in the 8th house. That means this transformation is like our rebellion, our individuality, our destiny. We're going through the transformation to live that right now. Rest assured. Make no mistake. That's what we're doing. 7th house. Let's see, what rules the 7th house? 7th house is Leo, so it's like your self-expression. Let me double check this. I'm always open for learning and growth. Pretty sure 7th house is Leo, and we got a lot going on in Aries in the 7th house. Double check this. Double check this. Let's see. Libra. Libra, because the 8th house is Scorpio. 7th house is Libra, which is our outer world relationships. Relationships with people around us. Okay, makes sense. Okay, so Venus in Aries in the 7th house. Okay, Chiron in Aries in the 7th house. Right now, we have the Moon in Aries in the 7th house. Jupiter in Aries in the 7th house. So, in our outer world relationships, there's fire. We have to be on fire with who we're actually connecting and who spirit is bringing into, who the universe is bringing into our life right now. You know, there's Venus, so there's a lot of nurturing, there's a lot of grounded love. And then there's Chiron, so this is bringing up places where we need to heal, right? And the moon, there's our emotional investment is full force into the people in our life right now. And Jupiter hanging out there too, damn. Lean on your people. Not lean on, lean into. Pour your love into people. It's not to drain yourself. It's to call more love through yourself. You know, you don't really get drained by loving somebody in a healthy relationship. You call more love from source through you. Not only that, I mean, we got Mars in Aries. Hell yeah, dude. We're going full force forward. I mean, that's in the 6th house. So, you know, that's like our health and physiology. Maybe some of you are called to make some health changes. I know I am. And I have to be real gentle with myself with this change. Because I'm not one to, like, kick my own ass. But, like, you know, sometimes I got to make myself work out. Sometimes I got to make myself do yoga. Or, like, eat well. You know, or stop eating when I want to eat more. So, you know, it's time. It's time for transformation. I mean, Neptune in Pisces, too, in that 6th house, it's like deeply in our intuition. We're like, okay, we know we need to live we want to be healthy on a deep level and let that manifest out to our physical. Because that, when you're healthy, you're healthy. It's not just physical. Like, if you're healthy in your soul, you're healthy in your body, in mind, you know. You have to be healthy in all of them. So it's deep. It's deep, and it's coming to the surface, right? Still got Saturn in Aquarius. It's our Saturn return. Let's look this up real quick, guys. Real quick. How often is Saturn return? (29 to 30 years old). Welcome everybody born in 91, 92. Saturn returns. Saturn in Aquarius. Guess what? It is time to learn and awaken our desires for humanitarian efforts. So we are all realizing through this huge shift in my generation. I'll be 30 years old this year. We want a beautiful future for humanity, and we believe we can create it. So this Saturn in Aquarius is like, especially in the 5th house. 5th house is our enjoyable activities, our pleasure. So, like, it's like we're being smart and, like, thinking more collectively about, hey, what do I like to do, and how is it affecting the world, and how is it creating a better world? I'm sorry, but, like, I'm all for your own freedom, brother, but, like, the freedom to go buy a semi-automatic rifle, like, I'm not against guns, but even guns in general, like, you should really ask yourself, what kind of void am I filling here? You have a lot of power with the flick of your finger when you got that thing loaded. That's the question. Like, why? You know? And I'm blessed to live in a place where I don't feel like I have to defend myself every day. I recognize maybe some people do, but that's a symptom. The issue is deep, you know? So, a bit of a tangent there, but if you're getting pleasure from getting guns and shooting targets, or even in your imagination, if you think about shooting people, I'm here to help you, man. Get some help, because like this is not really what you want. You're just shutting off your heart because you don't realize you just want peace and abundance and joy and creativity, whatever that means for you. Allow your divine feminine in and honor your divine feminine with your actions, with your words. Honor the gentleness of your own spirit, because you do have a gentle spirit, because spirit is gentle. You may have a strong ego, but your ego is not you. Anyway, Pluto and Capricorn, we're going through it, man. We are going through the transformation in the fourth house. So we're transforming where we live. That's the emotional aspect. It's Cancer rule. That's the emotional aspect of our home. Maybe a lot of you are feeling called to like change where you live, or how you live, or who you live with, or how you maintain your home. Men too, when I talk about awakening your divine feminine, how are you maintaining your home? Don't be the man who puts it all on the woman. Don't be the man who doesn't give a shit, who thinks like, oh, your work's done because you went to work for 10 hours today. You made the money. Money isn't real. Get out of your head, dude. You know? Fucking be in your heart. Honor the earth you walk on. That is your wealth. Only by spirit are you doing the things you are doing. I don't mean to get preachy here, but I just live in an area where some of this is prominent. So I feel like I'm shifting a lot of this consciousness within myself, because I'm clearly manifesting it around me. So, yeah. So, that's it, man. Sun in Gemini, 9th house. 9th house. Philosophy, perspective, travel. We're connecting. We're going to be building bridges, connecting people to people. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for what is to come for humanity. This is a good time. Try to stay positive. Try to stay positive. Send love and light, but don't fall into the grief too much, if you can help it, of what's going on in the world. Send your love and light to the beings involved. Picture us all as the infinite light and love of Source. Remember that we are all that at the end of the day. And at the beginning of the day, and in the middle of the day, and all throughout the day, we are all the light of Source. That's where we come from. That's where we return to, and that's what we are here to remember on planet Earth. I'm going to pull a couple cards. This video got a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but it's important to speak about these things. I'm going to pull from the Light Seers deck. Not pulling any reversals. 4 of Wands. 2 of Swords. 7 of Wands. That's good. That's good. I like that. The 4 of Wands is definitely a card of celebration. Excuse me. It's definitely a card of celebration. The 4 of Wands is it's a lot of like community. Can be marriage. But they're celebrating. Look at them. They're dancing. It looks like a wedding tent. That's what we are doing. especially this generation on planet Earth, whatever the fuck we are, millennials, whatever they're calling us, we need to come together and celebrate existence. We need to remember that we are the divine spark and we are the change makers of the planet. And just remembering that put love first and that we are all one will truly shift the consciousness of this world. The Two of Swords means I feel like a lot of us are facing difficult decisions right now. I know I am. I'm facing like one decision that's very much bringing in money for me, but it feels very constraining and restricting for my spirit. It feels very low vibe, negative. And I'm also like wanting to make decisions moving forward to become more financially sovereign for myself without having to trade my time so much for money, directly, hour per dollar. I just think that's kind of a trap of a way to build. I mean, don't get me wrong, like we need to work and have a job given the current state of things. And that's how you start. You have an hourly job. Get to work, but just be smart in your investments before you're not smart. Your biggest investment is your time, your free time. So maybe some difficult decisions. We may be pulled into old patterns, old addictions maybe, and these can be really subtle. Addiction to watching a streaming service, addiction to social media, addiction to certain types of foods. It can be something as harsh as like alcohol and cigarettes or marijuana. I've been sober for like 4 months now, over 4 months from marijuana and alcohol. And while I found myself with the opportunity to smoke a cigarette here and there, and I have done that, maybe about 4 over the past 4 months. But, just remember that it could be a difficult decision. It could be a lot easier to choose to have that now. And then you don't realize that it's bringing your vibration down. So, just a reminder, we're going to be faced with difficult decisions. Choose what really aligns with the version of Earth you want to live on and the version of the planet that you want to live on. Remember what George Orwell said in 1984. I'm not going to specifically quote it because I'm still reading this book for the 3rd time right now. I don't really have any specific quotes, but I would highly recommend reading that book because you'll realize that Big Brother is a force that would really like to control your thoughts, words, and actions so it can have your soul, because your soul is priceless. Don't sell it. Don't sell it. Be the master. Choose mastery. Choose consciously. And you also got this 7 of Wands. We did. It's a challenge. We're competing. There's competition against, I feel like the competition's against ourselves, our old selves. And the 7 of Wands also requires perseverance through this challenge. If you're like me, it can be really easy to get overwhelmed, overstimulated, and you need to nap. Take a fucking nap. I napped today, and it was great, and I woke up because I knew I had a lot going on up here. So I napped. I said, Spirit, I'm going to nap to integrate all this energy. And I did, and I woke up, and just 2 really beautiful blessings came through in my life in the form of my parents and things we were able to talk about and get out on the table, and it just really cleared the energy that I was feeling. So Remember to rest. This challenge, you're challenging yourself to become your higher self. And it can be a challenge to rest because once your mind starts going, it starts going. And it thinks that it's going to do all this work and it's going to get this done. And while, yes, what we want does require hard work, if you get stuck in a loop, in a vibration, you're only going to produce fruits of that same vibration. So remember that, and remember to check in on your vibration when you're doing any studying or mental work or anything like that. Meditation and yoga is very good if you're an empath like me. Let's do one from the, here we go, Ten of Wands. I did one from the Grand Lux Tarot. We got the X of Wands, the Ten of Wands. Look, you can't tell if he's like buckling from the weight on his back or if he's getting ready to stand up. But either way, you're carrying a lot. We're carrying a lot. And a lot of times our destiny can feel heavy, but it's a reminder that it's supposed to feel light. So that when you are feeling weighed down and feeling heavy, remember to ask the universe to let go of what you can let go of. Surrender it. Because it's not all yours to carry. Anyway, I hope this helped. I love you all, and blessings upon this path that we share together, individually and collectively, on this path of awakening planet Earth in the 21st century. It's quite a journey, but we will get there. And I have a feeling that we're going to see things change. We might see beings land their ships on our planet. We might actually connect with the universe as a whole, because our universe is truly teeming with life. I don't need to get into all of that right now, but we're not alone. And when our vibration is sufficiently raised to the point that we can connect with higher consciousness beings, when we tilt the scales, when we reach that 100th monkey effect, things will change. We will see a big change on this planet. It will not be a prison planet anymore. Anyway, I digress. I love you all. Peace, love, stay true.